So my name is David Kasperson. I am from Utah in the United States. I couldn't introduce myself without acknowledging maybe some of the most important roles in my world, which is that I'm married to an extraordinary woman whose name is Audrey, and we have three wonderful children who I'm deeply proud of and inspired by, and who each of them are kind of a book in and of themselves and what they've taught me about the kind of person that I want to be. I've had the opportunity to work with extraordinary leaders from all over the world. One of the ones I'm probably most grateful for is Stephen M. R. Covey, who for me has been one of these trust and inspire leaders. Interestingly, if you look at the book, there's actually 4 authors listed. Stephen's right up there. That's the name that people will recognize. Myself, another is a gentleman named Gary Judd, who for me also has been an extraordinary trust and inspire leader. When I was hired, he was the person whose wing I was under before I started doing a lot of the work with Stephen, and the work we did could not have been done without him. And then there's McKinley Covey, who we actually, when we started working with McKinley, we had just asked her to help us with writing, because she's just an extraordinary writer. She got a Harvard master's degree in education. She's a teacher. And as we went on, it became clear to us that her potential was far greater than just helping us with the technical aspect of writing, that she had her own extraordinary insights to contribute. And so I share that because I think that team of people who all of us have been kind of in a different role with and for one another is a pretty good model for the types of environments that we're working to help other leaders come up with in their own world to find their own great work. That's what we do.
That's great. And what would be your top tip?
Top tip, again, I think runs both throughout this conversation and the book as well. It kind of flows out of that Henry David Thoreau quote. It's that when we look at others, to challenge ourselves to treat people, not just to see them, but to treat people according to their potential, not according to their behavior. Treating people according to their behavior is kind of a very, very easy way to drive full speed using the rear view mirror to guide you. Treating people for their potential is entirely different. And when we do that, we often find ourselves driving not only through the right viewpoint, but to a destination that we didn't even know was on the map. And that's been, again, my experience here with this. It's, again, from a personal standpoint, probably the most insightful, most helpful viewpoint I'm trying to further develop as a father. My own personal relationships, the greatest strides that have come been not when I've trusted my own viewpoint of another person, what I think they should be or could be, but to see them according to what they could be and to trust them to become that person with love, care, insight, help, rather than grabbing the whip.
Fantastic. Well, David, I knew it would be a great conversation. It's absolutely fascinating. The work that you, Stephen, Gary, and McKinley have produced in the book Trust and Inspire, I heartily recommend to all the audience. I've written a book review about it on my website, which I recommend people go and have a look and get hold of their own copy. But thank you for being on Inspiring Leadership and being an inspiring leader in a lovely way that you have.
Gift. Thank you for having me on the podcast, Jonathan.